Welcome, Whiskey Ball.
I'm Daniel.
This again.
It wasn't the Titan.
Oh my God!
It was just me.
All right. It's a funky bottle.
This is a rep.
Okay.
Who? Wait for it.
It's awkward.
Here's where it gets really awkward. There's a little awkwardness on our end.
Oh no! Well, hold on. Wait. I'm not accepting any responsibility for the awkwardness if you won't let me help you.
Oh, with the whiskey drinking?
With the whiskey.
That's fair. I'll bear both burdens. So, because I'm a giver. As defined by not giving you whiskey. All right. So, she sent this bottle.
Wait a minute. Is your face a little red right now?
It is actually. I got sunburned on 4th of July.
Or are you just so embarrassed by this story you're saying?
I'm pink.
My
whole upper body is embarrassed.
So embarrassed by this story that
I'm embarrassed from like here up.
Yeah, it's just half nipple up, just right there at the cutoff. Below the nips is fine.
She sent this bottle in 2021, early
2021.
Early 2021.
Oh yeah.
And then about a year ago, she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "I'm so sorry, we still have a lot to get through." And she's like, "Wow, I was like, "Do you want it back?" She's like, "No, that's fine. Just keep going."
Yeah.
So I emailed her today, and it's more than 2 years later.
Right.
And I'm like, "So I don't even know if you work for them anymore."
Yeah.
But we're getting to the bottle.
Yeah.
So this is a distillery in Kentucky.
Yeah. Still Distillery.
Yeah, so the reason this is famous is because way back in the early history of Kentucky whiskey, early 1800s, I think it was like 1830 something, there was a guy named J W Dant and Joseph Washington Dant. Mm-hmm. And he created a log still. This is actually, multiple people did this, a log still. Basically because copper was too expensive. So you hollow out a log.
So you can treat wood in such a way that even getting the temperature high enough to get ethanol vapors going through, wood will hold up?
No. You would use copper piping to heat up the liquid.
Oh, okay.
But it was cheaper to get copper piping than to build a copper still.
Yeah.
And so they would hollow out a chunk in a log and then stack a log and hollow it. And they create these hollowed sections and lock them together, fill them with liquid, and then run copper pipes into it to heat it up and boil it through. And then they would catch it in a copper pipe.
Okay.
And turn it into spirit.
Yeah.
It's called log distillate. It's like a log still. And there's actually drawings and sketches of actual log stills on the books.
Yeah.
And anyway, so that was this dude's like 7 generations back grandfather.
Oh, wow.
So he's also a Dant, but he made his money in the healthcare industry.
You know what? I would be very curious to see in the whiskey industry how many people
come out of like investment banking,
No,
healthcare.
just specifically healthcare.
Yeah. Well,
that.
You know.
Like how many distillers? Because this is something that I've heard many times before.
I think chemistry.
It's chemistry.
That's your leaning, right? Your leaning is chemistry and science in that direction.
See, I was more thinking of money.
No. The money, like the investment bankers, they buy wineries.
No, but I'm saying specifically.
Healthcare people buy distilleries.
I'm saying, yes.
Chemistry. It's a slight leaning in their DNA.
I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of people that are sales into things that really.
This guy pioneered some sort of. Anyway, he's got the family history, and it's actually real. Like every single bourbon history book I have on the shelves up there mentions J W Dant in the early days. So they're sourcing this. We have no idea where it's coming from.
Monks Road.
That it's definitely from Kentucky.
Okay.
And it's a 6-year-old Kentucky bourbon.
Cold Spring Distillery, Monks Road, 5th District. Okay. Now you got me really curious because I know it's not a log still.
No.
But I'd be really curious to see what a log still. That's probably not even legal to do.
Look,
that
if they
now.
really wanted to be cool about it, they would make a log still.
Well, at least for like in the tasting room, just see what it looked like. If you
and like you could try this new make 2 in a row.
Hey.
No, I would kind of like to see how that was. Like you'd have to be able to seal the hole in the log because otherwise vapors would seep out of the log connections and you could just explode the entire place.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed neither one of us have nosed this yet?
You know why? Because it's just a Kentucky bourbon. We know what we're gonna get. It's a 6-year-old Kentucky bourbon.
Where do you think you get the source from?
No idea. This is barrel 23, bottle 140 from series 1
That's not a low proof.
of Monk's Road.
What is the proof?
I don't know.
It's not low. Where is it?
I didn't
Oh, God. This is tiny.
Yeah. It's a classic bourbon.
Yep. 6 years. Royal 140. Where the hell's the proof? Oh, my gosh. You see this?
Oh, man.
It's
That's
what-
like in the fine of the fine print.
Yeah.
100.
All right.
50% alcohol.
I was going to do the camera.
Yeah,
and
so you can zoom in. Yeah.
I get a grassy black tea.
Yeah. And a little oak.
Yeah, oak was going to be the next one.
A little bit dusty.
Grassy black tea oak and a little bit of like a hot honey.
Yeah, there's that corn forward sort of grain bin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is classic Kentucky, yeah.
Super classic. And it tastes great.
Oh, more cherry on the taste.
And honey. Mm-hmm. Honey dipped cherries. Oh, yeah, I wonder what that tastes like.
Sweet.
Honey dipped cherry. That'd be kind of interesting. Could you get the tartness of the cherry? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might try that. I got cherries at the house.
And then it finishes more so on the oaky side. Starts sweet.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the end, there's
It's
still
very
sweetness,
dry.
but the oak shows up.
Yeah, the lingering aftertaste is dry. Yeah, it's fine. If they can make, I mean, here's the thing.
Slightly
Do you
creamy.
think they're just going to try to make super Kentucky bourbon, or do you think they're going to try to do something different?
Super Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, it's what the market primarily is aware of.
Yeah.
So even if you do something like new and different, even if it's like better across the board,
Yeah.
to convince people that it's better than the thing that they've known and loved for years and had hundreds of times.
And what they were looking for when they got there.
Right. That, and a lot of
Yeah.
times, whenever somebody is making something new, it's an exercise in answering a question that nobody was asking.
Yeah.
So to get people to have that experience and qualitatively compare it to what they've had before and then like the new thing, that's an uphill battle.
Which, that's the craft world for people who are obsessed with doing something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta get people on board.
Yeah. And even, I think the way to short circuit that whole process is to win some festivals and contests.
And like, oh, well, it must be good because people approved of it.
Be like people. They
Yeah,
just
because
say, "Oh, what do
everybody
they-"
wants to be the follower, the early adopter, and no one wants to be on the front line.
Yeah.
Right?
There's the people, the pioneers and the populizers.
Populizers.
Populizers. People that make
The
things popular.
adopters.
Yeah, early adopters. Pioneer is a rough, it's a rough gig, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You're dying half the time.
And everyone's making fun of you and giving you shit.
It's like, no, that's not
that
going to
guy's
work.
an idiot.
And then
yeah.
once the pioneers are like, mostly dead,
Yeah.
the people that have the funds and the money, it's like, oh, that looks like it's the next big thing. Let's put in some time and energy and resources and talent into that. And then they make all the money. The pioneers are lost to history.
Yeah.
Hi.
No, all they show up in as a reference for somebody's influence.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You know, it's those
like
bands-
the guy who makes all the money
Yeah.
is going to be like, well, I was really influenced by, and then he names 3 obscure artists you've never heard of,
Right. Yeah.
who no one will ever have heard of,
Yeah.
while he's sitting in his limo being interviewed by Rolling Stone.
Yeah. So this is perfectly fine and serviceable. I honestly, if they were going to do something fun and unique, it would be to make a functional log still. There's probably laws that prevent them from
No.
turning it into products.
No.
No?
No, you
Okay.
can do it.
A functional log
It's
still.
going to be highly inefficient, and
yeah.
the log
But
is
I'm
going to
saying-
influence the flavor.
Yes, but
Yeah.
even if that's just like more of a showpiece, and then you have a few bottles a month
Yeah.
from it.
Me and Souder have talked about this multiple times. Jason Souder is a part of the tribe. He's also a level 4 whiskey somm, one of our only level 4s. And he's soon to be honorary 5. He's been teaching previous classes.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And now he's just an all-around knowledgeable whiskey badass. But he and I were, we tried on his dime, he was so gracious. We were in Kentucky, and he was like, I'm going to buy one of these pre-prohibition bourbons. This bar had pre-prohibition era bottles.
Yeah.
So we tried one, and it tasted like craft whiskey. Super grainy, really green, kind of young.
Yeah.
Wasn't great.
Yeah.
And so now when we teach, Souder was like, so one of the reasons no one makes that 8-generation family recipe is because it sucks. Like, we're drinking way better whiskey now.
Right.
There's no golden era. This is the golden era.
No, there is that romantic idea, though.
Yeah.
That back in the day when men were men and equality meant something.
Yeah, no, they were mostly drinking acid and tobacco spit.
Yeah.
Mixed with vodka.
Yeah. It is a pervasive thought, right? Across, you name an interest. It's
Right.
like, they really knew how to do it right back then.
Well,
It's like,
motorcycles.
well-
Like, they all love to talk about, I want an original
Yeah.
Bonneville. It's like, well, you better be a mechanic.
Yeah.
Because that shit won't run for more than a week without an overhaul of something.
Yeah, that instinct to romanticize the past.
Yeah.
It's pervasive across, you name it.
It's human.
Yeah. Your childhood,
Yeah.
politics, things that you want to buy and purchase, like cars, like
Anything.
you name it. Yeah,
Yeah.
music. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's back when it was really, really good.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
it's not.
You ever go back and listen to like a band that when you were a kid, it's like, oh, this band's the greatest.
The
Maybe
best ever.
Maybe like a movie or something that you just love.
Oh,
It's
this
your
the
favorite thing.
movies.
Yeah.
That's where it's real. Movies is where you go back and like, this is slow. Like, I'm gonna show it to my boys.
Right.
Like, boys, this movie is an action movie.
Right.
And it's awesome. And you turn it on and it's like no action for like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all plot set up. And they're like, they just came off of watching Spider-Man or something, and you're like, wow, this is really. Wait for it gets good. Wait for it.
And it never does.
Wait for it. Wait for it. It gets awesome. Yeah. Like even Die Hard.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-minute setup of him flying on a plane,
Yeah.
arguing with his wife.
Yeah.
Way before even the first piece of action happens.
Yeah, back when they developed characters.
I know. What is that? Yeah.
Gross. We don't need to know anything about them. Just blow it up.
It's a decent.
It's a classic thing, yeah. All right.
Classic Kentucky bourbon.
Have we done the things here? I don't think we did the things.
Oh, do we not read the comments?
I is Sam, I am.
okay.
Are there any Texas distilleries aging in heavily used barrels?
Yes.
I imagine it might counteract Texas rapid aging.
Yes.
It would. Size of the barrel and
Yeah.
the used barrel.
All the guys in Texas doing malt are also messing around with used oak of various ages and various previous contents, including us.
Yeah, Hayden Black, 8187. I got to know the story on that big ass necklace.
Oh, yeah. So, just to remind people who have not heard the whole story, we founded a whiskey sommelier program. There's 4 levels to it. The next level 1 is in September, I think. It's wizardacademy.org. Or whiskeymarketing.org. You can find it. When you graduate from level 1, you get this honking huge huck of.
And a coupon for a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Because it weighs as
You're
much
gonna
as a
need
car
it.
battery.
Yeah, absolutely it does. And then each level that you gain from 2, 3, and 4, you gain something. So level 2, you get the necklace added. Level 3, you get this red star added, comrade. And then level 4, you get this black gemstone looking thing, and this, which is actually from a rosary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the spirit.
Because it looked cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And it has basically the shape of a W.
Yeah.
And an A.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's like Wizard Academy?
Yeah. So if you're wondering why the necklace is big, fun, and ridiculous, is because we think whiskey is at its best whenever it's big, fun, and ridiculous.
That's right.
All right, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I'm fighting for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.